Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. Be sure to subscribe to The Kim Jacobs Show right on YouTube. Turn on your notification bell to all so you never miss a beat. And guess what? Every time you watch, you're going to receive a real relevant and relatable guest that's going to share with you a piece of the puzzle on this journey called life that will help you be able to manage just a little bit smoother. At the end of the day, the Kim Jacobs Show goal is to be able to provide balance to the world, one household at a time.
Kim Jacobs Show. You're watching Kim Jacobs Show.
Yes, everyone, it's the Kim Jacobs Show. Hello, Tatiana. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm so glad to have you here today, repping your sorority, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you.
Thank you. Listen, we're going to jump right into today's topic. So make sure everyone, you let your friends, family, coworkers know. And if you are in here representing a sorority, make sure that you come on. You can wear your colors. You can pop on the screen. You can give a shout out in the comment section. You can put your symbols, everything that you want to do. Today, we're going to be talking about is sisterhood for me. That's what this young lady's talking about on today's show. Why Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated for her is the sisterhood that made the difference. So let me introduce her to you and then we'll get started. She is the president of Psi Mu Zeta Chapter, native of Baltimore, Maryland, senior digital project manager at one of the largest financial institutions in the Charlotte area. And she is also a wife and bonus mom. Welcome today, my guest, Tatiana Neely McFadden.
Thank you.
All right. So as you can see, I'm over here all read out, right? So I might
Go
ahead and get this right here out the way early on that I am a Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated sister. And so I am in the sisterhood of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority. But of course, obviously, we are sisters to all the different sororities. So it doesn't matter which chapter or person or which organization you've decided to pledge. We too also believe in the true meaning of sisterhood and loving and building each other up. So glad to have you today.
Absolutely. My sister and my mom are actually Deltas. So.
And you didn't say that with a great big smile. You just kind of said that like very stoic. And you said,
yes.
My mom are Deltas. But when you talk about Zeta Phi Beta, how do you say it?
I am a Zeta.
There is a noticeable difference in your tone when you're talking about Zeta Phi Beta. Listen, I am so excited today because we want to find out from you, why were you even interested in becoming a part of a sorority?
Absolutely. So, like I said, my mom and my dad were actually Greek.
Oh, okay.
But they didn't really, I want to say, kind of force it per se. I didn't really know too much except for the colors when I was in middle school. But then I hung around my cousin, who is a member of the organization, towards high school. And I just saw a difference with blue and white and being constitutionally bound, the Sigmas, and just the relationship and how they had tall, short, black, white, different nationalities.
Yes.
And it just seemed to really fit my personality at that time. And I had made the decision that regardless of what institution I go to, I want to be a Zeta.
And what institution did you end up going to, might I ask?
Yes. So I graduated from Norfolk State University, behold the being green and gold. But I actually chartered the chapter at Christopher Newport University in your town, Newport News, Virginia.
Get out of here in Newport. You know what? Now, this is a whole story too, because guess what? Christopher Newport University is where my high school alma mater is. I actually am a graduate. I was a senior class president at Ferguson High School.
Yep, I know Ferguson.
And
Yeah, I
they
used to stay
converted
off
it
your
to
J.
Christopher
Clyde.
Newport.
hmm
So you founded a chapter there?
I did. So that's where I started off. And then I had transferred to Norfolk State after I was initiated. But there were 5 of us that charted that chapter there, had an awesome time. And then I went to Norfolk State and graduated. That was the important thing at the time, to get my degree and
That's right.
pause. Um, and then I had actually stepped away from the sisterhood. Life had kicked in.
That
Um,
happens.
it does. Life had kicked in, and I had stepped away for the sisterhood for an amount of years,
Okay.
and but always stayed connected and supported whenever called upon. But
Hmm.
then when I relocated to Charlotte in 2014, I just felt moved to come back to the sisterhood and
Good.
do what we call reclaim, where the door is always open. It is never closed. And
That's good.
so I met a lady, a soror in the chapter here in Charlotte and Zeta, that invited me to a chapter meeting. And it was literally on and popping ever since. I came to the chapter meeting. The next meeting, I was writing a check to become active
Wow.
after those many years. And then I was just groomed by those wonderful women in the chapter to become the president. I started off as a general body member, just taking notes, attending conferences, having Zeta mentors and coaches, have them correct me in a sisterly way to get myself together. And then I became a chair, got on the executive board, and then ran for president and got elected.
Get out of here. And you say the coaching and the
Mhm.
preparation. Can you kind of describe some of that process without it going into too much
Mhm.
of your secret codes?
So, sure. So, when it came to doing the Zeta business, you just have to pay attention and be assertive and want it. We talk about keeping our light shining at all time. You know, when you're dealing with the sisterhood, those things happen. You're gonna have disagreements with your sister. You're not gonna like your sister at certain times, but you just have to get through it and stay focused on the goal that our
Right.
founders had. They probably had disputes as well.
Right.
Okay, but we had to keep things moving. And when I came in, I was really interested. My background was in scholarships.
Okay.
So I really like to fundraise. I really like to be social, and I really like to empower and uplift. And
Excellent.
so when I came in, I hit the ground running because I was actually in another nonprofit organization called the National Black MBA. And so I had a little
Oh,
bit
yeah.
of
I've been part of that organization too
Mhm.
for many years. Wow.
Yep. So I came in with a little bit of nonprofit experience and just said, hey, okay, because I came in through undergrad. Undergrad is different than graduate,
Right.
as you know.
Yes.
So this was my first graduate chapter, and it was like, you guys do business differently. So you need
Right.
to observe. You need to observe first. The first year was observing and just asking questions, the who, what, when, where, and why, because we are 101 years old. There's a lot of information to attain, and you're not going to get that in a day. I'm
That's right.
still learning myself. And I had, like I said, Zeta mentors and coaches. When I joined the chapter, I was assigned a Zeta buddy. And then anytime that I raised my hand or, looked like I may have been confused and needed help, there were
Right.
sorors that approached me
That's
and it
good.
said, hey, can I help you? Is there anything that you're confused about? When you go to this conference, sit next to me.
Good.
When I would get dressed, they would say, hey, put another pair of pearls on, or maybe put some earrings with that. They nominated me for positions. Hey, I really think that you would make an awesome social chair. You would make an
Excellent.
awesome onboarding chair. You should join the board. Sometimes we don't see these things in ourselves.
Right. But you
And
actually had other
Mhm.
people that believed in you and they saw
Mhm.
something that even though they want your light to shine, you didn't know how to get the thing flickering properly to make it go.
Yes.
And they were able to see that in you and help develop and cultivate those gifts.
Mhm.
And Excellent. And you are by far an excellent, I'm sure, president of your chapter. Wow.
Thank you. I'm in my infancy, but thank you. I hit the ground running. Like I said, I had awesome mentors. Our immediate past president, I shadowed her,
Good.
and I just felt like I was positioned for success. And I have over 125. I think we're at 127 currently women in the chapter that support me and that are there 24/7.
That is so good. So good. Now, I know that I want to check the private chat when we take the commercial break because I'm trying to find some of those pictures that I know you had sent and I don't know where they were sent. So we got to find that. But I want everyone that's watching today to make sure that you tag your friends and your family, your coworkers, because what's happening here is Tatiana is sharing information that's not only helpful for a sorority or fraternity member, but for general advice regarding mentorship, regarding believing in someone else, regarding seeing someone else's light and allowing it to shine even more. Some great tips that she's already shared right here on the Kim Jacobs Show. So make sure that you invite people in, put your comments. I see your comment already, so I don't want to get that missed. Karima, looking beautiful, Madam President. That's Karima is saying that. Karima Thomas, Zeta Phi Beta. She says she loves Zeta Phi Beta. All right. So glad to have you in the virtual studio audience today. Let's see. Oh, supporting and you shared. Wanda Carr is on today. Thank you so much for being in the studio audience today, Wanda. Glad to have you. Listen, everybody, we're going to take a commercial break. And right after this commercial break, we're going to learn more from Tatiana and hear more of her journey as she has now become president of a chapter of Zeta Phi Beta. So we'll be right back right after this commercial break. Let me introduce you to today's episode sponsor, which is Snow Legal Group. The Snow Legal Group is out of the Charlotte area as well as the South Carolina area. So if you have some attorney needs, whether it's workers' compensation or if it's dealing with even murder cases, I never knew until recently that attorney Kenneth D. Snow and his office, they've won some significant murder trials and things were overturned and convictions were overturned as a result of their efforts and their leadership and direction with their clients. One young man doesn't speak English or anything and had been wrongfully accused of murder and spent 5 years away from his family, y'all. This man and his group of wonderful team members were able to get that overturned, and he's now with his family. Their phone number is 704-358-0026. And you can also email them at info@snowlegal.com and let them know that the Kim Jacobs Show sent you their way. You'll get a free consultation. Let's learn more now.
I'm attorney Kenneth D. Snow, and at the Snow Legal Group, justice is our job.
For more than 20 years, Attorney Snow has been fighting for justice and winning cases in the Carolinas by providing aggressive representation in criminal defense, domestic violence, family law, serious injury, and wrongful death. If you've been injured or lost a loved one in an accident, including tractor trailer or rideshare, you need the Snow Legal Group by your side, fighting for justice and fighting for you. Visit snowlegal.com. Call 704-358-0026 for a free virtual consultation. Located at 6827 Fairview Road, Suite D in South Park.
Right, everyone. And we are back right here on the Kim Jacobs Show talking to Tatiana, who has such a lovely spirit about her. I want to find out from you, Tatiana, what is sorority life like from your perspective? And anybody can chime in that's a part of a sorority or a fraternity as well. Feel free to put your comments too.
Sure. So undergraduate life was different than graduate life. When you're young, I think I was 21. I've been a member for 21 years. I'm not going to say my age, but I think I was old enough to consume alcohol at the time that I became a Zeta. But at that time, service was always number one. I will say, whether undergraduate or graduate, we did a lot of servicing activities. We did a lot of fundraising for our chapters, whether it was selling brownies, cooking, cleaning cars, washing them, to make some money. It's undergrad and a ton of fun. with my D9 sisters, such as yourself as well. When I got to Charlotte and in the graduate chapter, it was definitely more business focused,
Okay.
and it felt next level. So you want sponsorships, right? You want these kind of branding opportunities
Right.
to be able to grow the sisterhood, to be able to grow our organization and our various causes. So we are a community conscience, action-oriented organization. We care about the Mecklenburg area. That is who my chapter services. But as an overall, we, as an organization, service our various communities.
Good.
So if you want to know the specific initiatives, we have a service called Z-Hope, which stands for Zeta's Helping Other People Excel. It's
Okay.
awesome because it gives the chapters an opportunity to be able to have friendly competition, if you will, be able to be acknowledged at conferences for your hard work, and to be able to showcase or showcase our sponsors with the wonderful things that we do in the community.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
Awesome. I'm just typing what you're saying there. Zeta's Helping Other People Excel, and it's
Mhm.
called Z-Hope. Okay, let's put that in the comments section. So this is great. Zeta's Helping Other People Excel, and it's Z-Hope. And I see some of your comments coming in, Lori, and I see you, Ty Nicole Washington. Hey, Prez. These are some of your supporters.
Yes.
And Roars. And they putting that blue heart, letting you know that they are there. They are here. Yes. Wanda says Z-Hope. Yes. All right. And so what does sisterhood mean to you? And any one of you that's here visiting in today, watching today's episode, put down in the comments section what sisterhood means to you as well. And we'll pop it right on the screen. And I did put a link just so everyone knows, if any of you want to come into today's broadcast and talk directly with your president, or if you have another sorority or fraternity that you're representing, feel free to use this link right here, and it'll bring you into today's broadcast. So what does sisterhood mean to you?
It means love. It means patience. It means unlimited, unjustified, selfless, ongoing, at all times. So in terms of my examples, I'll tell you, when I moved to Charlotte, I was a single woman at the time. I really did not know anyone in the Charlotte area. And a lot of our members are like that. As you know, Charlotte has grown. It's very transient. And so the sisterhood became like my family.
Right.
Whatever I needed, doctor, get your head done, where to go and get some seafood,
Anything.
anything. They were always there to support me. When my mom passed, they were there to support me. When I got laid off of work, after being here for 2.5 years, had never been laid off until I moved to the Charlotte area, and I work in IT. So that was kind of surprising. But when I had gotten laid off, the sisterhood was there. Sora, send me your resume. I put a post out. What do you do? Send me your resume. I was getting referrals and got prominent positions because of the sisterhood. And they have just always been there, regardless of what the issue is, with no judgment.
That is so wonderful. So sisterhood is love, patience, ongoing, selfless. Oh, I didn't misspell selfless. I can't see because I don't have my glasses. Sorry. So anyway, Cassandra, if you can type that back there for me, which is everything that sisterhood means to Tatiana here. But selfless is what she said as well. And love and patient and being like ongoing, constant, consistent.
It does not stop.
It does not stop. Love continues always.
Yep.
And let's see, Kimberly Fallis, you said good morning. Good morning to you as well. Thank you for visiting in today. And Lori Allen, you said the sisterhood means so many things, but the biggest thing that I can think of is the genuine comfort, knowing someone's have your back. Wow.
Yep.
That's a blessing. That's a blessing, Lori. When you have a sisterhood and you know that that is an unbreakable bond, it makes all the difference in the world. And personally, I believe that there are sisterhoods outside of just sororities and fraternities
absolutely.
as well. And I know
Mhm.
that I've encountered some people and crossed paths with people that are lifelong connections that
Mhm.
they'll never go away. They're going to be there. I don't care how often we talk. If it's 10 years from now, 16 years, 5 years, 1 year, 1 month, it's just like we are picking back up from old times. And
Yep.
that is important. That's important. So it's not that someone has to always be front and center with you every second of the way in order for them to be a part of your journey, but they're
Yep.
there when you need them there.
Keyword, when you need them.
Yes, they
Mhm.
got you. Beautiful Madam, and what is that word?
Basilisk.
Basilis. Okay.
Mhm.
Beautiful Madam Basilis with the blue heart. Yes. I just don't want to mispronounce anything when it comes to, sorority. You like, go ahead, say that wrong if you want. We won't talk to you ever again. We won't tune
Right.
in. We won't do anything. Ongoing love and support with no judgment. Amen. That's what Tabitha says is sisterhood to her. Good morning. Good morning, Mommy. Glad to have you on today. Very glad.
Good morning.
Wow. So here on the Kim Jacobs Show, we're bringing balance to the world, one household at a time. If you haven't taken the time to subscribe yet, make sure today, Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Members Incorporated, make sure that you all take a moment and subscribe to the Kim Jacobs Show right on our YouTube channel and turn that notification bell to all. When we go live, you will be right here in the virtual studio audience at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time weekdays. And tomorrow I have a guest. She's going to be talking about living your calling. How do you live your calling? So we're going to be talking about that tomorrow right here on the show. So be sure to tune in. So what does empowering, I'm going to take a commercial break, but I want to hear your answer to this when we come back. What does empowering women, other women that you now are leading, you're leading a huge tribe of women. What does empowering each of them mean to you when we return? Is that fair?
Yes.
All right. Like I'm giving you a choice. I'm going to commercial regardless, right? You're like, do I have a choice? All right, listen, today's episode is sponsored by Silver Shield Security. Their phone number is 704-440-4688, silvershield-security.com. And we're going to take a moment to learn more about our episode sponsor right now. If you don't have Silver Shield Security, they have state-of-the-art equipment. And make sure you let them know that who referred you? The Kim Jacobs Show. And you never know what you're going to get when you get this great customer service.
It's not just another day. It's a brand new day, full of all the fun, love, and laughter you and your family create. Silver Shield Security understands feeling at home means feeling safe and happy. No credit checks, no contracts. We offer payment arrangements, and we'll even give you a free door camera. Find out how we can brighten your day even more at silvershield-security.com. Silver Shield Security.
Right, everyone, and we are back right here with Tatiana Neely McFadden, and we're enjoying this conversation, learning about her journey to becoming a Zeta Phi Beta sorority member and ultimately president of a chapter. And I want to know from you, how are you going about empowering women under your leadership?
Absolutely. So mentorship as well as professional development was really important to me. So I have a great executive board. I came up with a vision during my platform where I wanted people to be excited.
Good.
I wanted you to be strategic. I wanted you to streamline, and I wanted you to be innovative when you do it. So I want you to be excited to serve, excited to see your sorors, excited to put your letters on, excited to represent, excited to serve.
Like that? Like,
yep.
I was like, okay, why you gotta be so dramatic, Kim? Because
at all times, you need to be ready. You need to be ready. That's absolutely, you need to be ready. I want us to be strategic in everything that we do. Not just necessarily be selective, right? Think about those opportunities. Where can you make the biggest impact?
Right.
and be able to prioritize, streamline our processes in the way that we operate so we can be more efficient. And when I talk about professional development, offering embellishment opportunities, having soars in a sisterhood, maybe opportunities with other women outside of the sorority, come in and do professional development to help us. I'll speak on currently, I'm in a leadership training that the sorority offers that is awesome. And they have us take strength assessments and think about what can you offer? What are your skills so you can leverage them? One of mine was called Woo, and I didn't know what Woo was. But then when I read it, I was like, that kind of makes sense because I like to bring you in. I like to be positive at all times. I understand. I try not to complain. I understand that life has its trials and tribulations. You might not like me. I'm going to say something to piss you off. I know I am. And that's just because the way I operate. So my father was in the military, if you can imagine, and he ain't play.
Right.
So I am very black and white. There is no gray with me. However, I want you to be positive. I want you to know that you can do what you want to do, no matter what someone said about you, that you can accomplish it and be what you want to be.
Yes.
And this particular program is a Zeta organizational leadership program that helps to empower us within the sisterhood and outside of the sisterhood to be able to embrace those skills, be leaders. And that's leaders, whether it's in front or behind the scenes. We need you. We need all of you. So those are some of the things that I think of. I try to lead by example.
That's good.
Not manage you, right? It's the difference between being a manager and being a leader. I want others to succeed. I don't have hidden agendas. If you do well, then I do well. That's what I tell my manager at work. I want a manager who, if she's on and popping, she's going to open doors for me. If she's just sitting around like, hey, how's it going? Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm bored. I'm like, what are you doing, woman? Get out here. And, I think about that when it comes to leadership, right? If I'm doing things, I want to bring others along. Okay, so then that way I plant the seed and then I can chill.
That's right.
Okay, I can chill. I want to teach you everything that I know how to do because I know that you know how to do it.
That's really great answers that you're sharing. And I think that no wonder so many people are excited about you being their leader because they feel that you have their best interest at heart and that you're going to pour into them and not just take from them. So it's some good stuff that you're sharing here. Let's see, comments have come in and I want to make sure that we get a chance to get to some of those. Yes, you're right. That's awesome, Dawn Neal says. She said, that is awesome. And Elder Carmelita Ely says, good morning to you. Good morning. Remember, you guys, you can come in if you like and use that link and pop right on the screen, or you can even messenger me right on Facebook Messenger and call in using this like a audio or a video call thing you can do, and I'll put you right on speaker as well. Okay, looking good and you sounding good. You're looking.
That's my husband.
Oh, that's your husband. Chris, like, hey, baby.
Hey.
I was wondering. I said, what? Somebody talking about something. You looking good just out the blue. I was like, well, okay, she does look pretty over there with the pearl, but he's talking about something different. He like, you look good, baby. I'll see you when I get home later. I'm like, what? Get a room, Chris McFadden. That's so funny. Excited for you guys. And I really hope that we'll get a chance to get some of these pictures too. So during one of the commercial breaks, maybe I will send that to me to that email. It's in the private chat. But let's see here. Tatiana can be connected. You can connect with her at Tatiana Neely-McFadden. She's on social media, but her email is TANeely, which is spelled NEALY @gmail.com. TANeely@gmail.com. And that's for the podcast listeners that they're not able to see this because we do also air on iHeartRadio and iTunes and SoundCloud and stuff. All right, let's see. Andrea Bell says, good morning to you ladies. Glad to have you, Andrea, on today. Manifa says, that is amazing. Good morning and so refreshing, Hillary says. And listen, just so all of y'all know, I'm looking for some, and if you refer them, Tatiana, there is a given that they'll be on the show. I'm looking for moms that have pets that want to talk about balancing life as a mother with pets. I'm looking for moms that are balancing blended families, or dads. It doesn't, mothers or fathers if you're watching, but moms that are balancing being a blended bonus mom and bonus parent,
which is what I am.
You're going to talk about that a little bit today yourself, actually.
Oh, okay.
You didn't know you were coming on for that, right? And and also like newer moms. I've had a lot of requests for some episodes pertaining to moms that are new and they're managing toddlers and they're managing school and they're managing ministry. So any of the organizations, we won't always talk about Zeta Phi Beta each time, but any of those women that wear some of those hats, please feel free to come and be a guest on the Kim Jacobs Show, because we're looking for more guests. Okay. Hey, how are you, Jasmine? Glad to see you, sweetheart. Glad to have you on today. And thank you for being in the studio audience. Good morning to you. Good morning. All right. So let's see. We're going to take another break. And then right after that commercial break, I want to learn, how has the sisterhood benefited you directly? Because you seem like you've been on a journey here. You started out, you took a reprieve, a sabbatical, and there are a lot of people that do take sabbaticals, but then they don't always feel comfortable about coming back. So I would like for you to talk to people about coming back. If you're like the prodigal daughter and you left and now you're back, what that process looked like for you, and then how has the sorority benefited you as an overall whole when we come back. Is that fair?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So everyone, today's episode is also sponsored by Hunter Everidge Law Firm. Now, Hunter Everidge Law Firm, they're in the Charlotte area. They're in the Richmond, Virginia area. And they're in the process of opening an office in the Alabama area. So if you're in any of those locations, feel free to reach out to them. Their phone number is 704-377-9157. And Hunter Everidge Law Firm, they focus on things ranging from Social Security, disability, SSI, supplemental income, workers' comp, wrongful death of a loved one, you name it, all kinds of things. And what do? Let them know that the Kim Jacobs Show referred you their way. So we're going to learn more about them now. We'll be right back.
When someone has lost a loved one, they want to know what exactly happened. They want to know, is the other person going to be held responsible? And they want closure. At Hunter and Everidge, we help clients that have lost a loved one move on, and to do that with dignity and respect that they deserve.
All right, we are back with Tatiana Neely McFadden, and we are learning what sisterhood means to her, which she dropped some significant tips about that, but also when you leave the organization temporarily and just to do life and you come back, what does that process look like?
Absolutely. So, like I said, I always kept in touch. I was never fully disconnected. I would say I was disconnected,
right?
But still somewhat in the loop of the organization. And when I became interested in getting back active and I met the first vice president, she added me to a list where she communicated with me monthly and still kept me in the loop. Because, when you get out the loop, sometimes it could be like another world, and it can be intimidating when you get back, as if you could be a new member, right? Trying to relearn everything again, because the organization evolves over time. You don't do things the way that we used to do it,
right?
Back in whatever year that you may have came in. So that process of me going to events, going to meetings, and then just making the decision to join Psi Mu Zeta and then become financial and getting a return on my investment. So I look at it as we are stakeholders in everything that we do. We are a membership-based organization, for us, by us. So we get in, we get out what we put in, which is great, right. Which is greatness. That's okay. Cool. So, like I said, when I came back to the sisterhood, we called that reclamation.
Okay.
And so that's an opportunity where the chapters, various chapters, can connect with sorors that might not be financial. If you're not financial, we still invite you to come out. Service does not stop. You are not a Zeta. You're still a Zeta.
That's
And you can
right.
still come back and support. We have sorors that do that, and we appreciate that.
Okay.
So the connection is always there. And like I said, I had full support the minute I joined. And there was absolutely no judgment. I know when I was inactive and people would ask me like, oh, what chapter you in? What? And I look like, ugh. So, I just tried I was first vice president before I became the president. I tried not to use that kind of lingo per se, and just to get, hey,
Right.
I want to invite you out. What you doing? I just might ask basic information like, oh, okay, what chapter did you come through? Okay, I'm familiar with you should come out and support. We miss you. We want you to come home. If you are in need of a Zeta home, come visit us.
Yes.
Right. Those kind of things. Because I don't want there to feel like it's a lot of pressure.
That's good.
Being in a sorority is a luxury. It is a luxury.
It is.
There's a financial sort of obligation. It can be expensive at times. Oh my gosh.
Wait, I have somebody that's surprising me back here.
Sure.
I have to pull them in right now in the middle. I was looking at your Facebook page for a second because I was like, I gotta find these pictures, right? So I went and looked over there, and I popped back on the screen, and I see. Okay, so we have a surprise guest. You ready for it?
Oh, sure.
Okay, right in the middle of what you're saying, right? But it's okay. It's good.
Sure.
Here we go. Come in. Soror is well, you're not my soror, you're not sisterhood in life, but your soror Ely is here. How are you?
Hello,
Hey,
Madam
good morning.
President. Hey,
How you
Minister
doing?
Jacob. Fine.
I love
I just want to say good morning. I'm so glad you was able to come on the show this morning.
Yep. She texted me over the weekend. I was like literally at Top Golf. And she's like, hey, there's an opportunity. And I said, okay, just pause 1 second. Get myself together. So I appreciate that. And I'm all about supporting, especially Black women in the area, whatever I can do to help us. And we could work together. Two is always better than one.
Excellent. I love it. I'm glad you surprised and popped in today. Carmelita Ely.
Yes, I'm at school. I just was practicing. I just want to say good morning.
Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you.
All right.
God bless you. All right. That was wonderful. So go ahead and tell us what you were saying about the benefits of being in the sorority.
Sure. So in terms of the benefits, the sisterhood, your return on investment, your learning opportunities, your unlimited love and networking that you have throughout the globe, right? We have chapters in Dubai, right? Who knew? Spread across everywhere. So there is always a soror that is there for you. Like I said, we have the leadership opportunities and training, and you can leverage those in your daily life. When you think about, we're still a business, right? And we conduct ourselves as such. Those things can be leveraged. The tools that we use are the same tools that businesses are using. You can have us as a reference, right? The types of positions that you may volunteer for, chair, elected appointment, etc., can come in handy when it comes to your daily life. You just have to be able to leverage that, take advantage of that, want to do that, and figure out ways to be, I'm always saying, like, strategic with it, right?
Yeah.
When I think about my employer and I'm like, hey, I'm, a Zeta and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. They're like, oh, wait a minute. Right. And I think about the kind of reach. I let them know the kind of reach that we have, right? That we're diverse. We're historically Black Greek letter organization. We have affluent women of color that are doing great things. You got to sell it.
That's good. That's good. Mm-hmm. So everything that you're saying, those are so many benefits. So who wouldn't want to be a part of a sisterhood like that, right? And so in your location in the Charlotte area, you're inviting more women that are already a part of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated, right? To come and be a part of your chapter. And
Absolutely.
here's how you can get in connection and contact with her, which is taneely@gmail.com. So if you've gone out astray and you want to come back in, obviously you're welcome with open arms and following whatever the protocol is for that to happen. And let's see, I see, great job, Madam President. D. Joyner is saying that. Hey, Sora Ely, Lola said. And Sharita said, that's my president. She's like, don't skip my comment. That's my president. All right. Great conversation. Now, if you all have questions as well, we have a flash round. You can ask any questions that you have, and we'll pop them on the screen and give our guests an opportunity to answer them. But what I did do is I went to your Facebook page. Is it okay if I share that page right now? Is that you on the cover with the husband and wife picture?
It is. It is.
Okay. You want me to put some of those pictures up?
I actually emailed you a few pictures to the Yahoo if you want to.
Okay, I'll go to those. Look, the president, like, don't be just putting all my personal pictures out there, baby. That's why it's so important to ask before you just go doing something, because then it's like nobody told you to do that. And nobody asked you to do that, right? And so then that becomes a problem for the person if you're representing them and you're doing something that they didn't ask you to do. Right, President? Madam?
Yep, I got it. And we're at, with the organization, I should have put our panhandles as well. We're at Charlotte's Finest Zetas on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm going to put that in the chat here in a second.
I'll pull that up.
Yeah. So if anyone
Charlotte's Finest Zetas.
Charlotte's Finest Zetas. Yes, ma'am.
Finest Zetas. Okay. All right. Let's see who else says some great job, Madam President. All right. So I see a lot of comments coming in. This is great. So right now, what we're going to do is, if you have questions, go ahead and type those in the comment section, and make sure you, again, invite your friends, your family, your coworkers to continue to be a part of the discussion. Tell us some things that you've experienced on your journey that helped you become this great wife that you are now, bonus mom, and some of your family things that maybe we didn't get a chance to talk about earlier.
Sure. So when I relocated to Charlotte, like I said, I was single. I actually met my husband online, and we got married literally right before the shutdown. And when I say the shutdown, I mean like hours. My wedding was planned for March 29th. I done had like 3 dates. I have lost track. It's ridiculous. I had stuff printed. I was pissed. But
well, that's one of your favorite words. I thought it was just one of mine. I say that all the time. Since I don't be doing a bunch of cussing stuff.
Oh, like, it was yeah. But we had issues.
Pissed me off.
Oh, pissed. And the venue did not want to work with us, and it was just horrible. So we wind up, literally that day when the world was getting ready to shut down. He's like, "What do you want to do?" I'm like, "All right, well, let's just do it."
Right.
So, again, the sisterhood came in handy. We wind up getting married at the church where we actually meet, where the sorority meets monthly, was meeting monthly. So we wind up getting married there, and I wound up getting support from the sisterhood and good friends who literally put a wedding together in 24 hours. So when I say, and we wind up having everything on Zoom, and it was beautiful.
And that wedding picture, that of you all sitting at the table, is that
in the house of the Lord?
That's so awesome.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah. So that picture we can share?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
And I have a bonus daughter who is 14. She just started her freshman year of high school. She's awesome. Getting to know herself, you know how it is, figure out how I want to dress, what I want to do, who I want to be, etc. So, but she is awesome. She just started high school. She's in the marching band, so she's super busy. I'm getting my little shirt. I'm going to be volunteering next week at one of her games. I was more excited than she is. She's like, why are you like getting a shirt? I'm like, isn't that y'all colors?
That's right. It's
Yeah.
like, hello.
Yeah, I need you to
I'm
get
getting ready.
with it.
That's funny. That's
So,
funny. So she's like, okay, now I got my bonus mom doing the most over here,
doing
right?
the most.
She's like, I just wanted you to come. I didn't necessarily want you to do all of this extra stuff. You get
Right,
ready to
right.
turn it up a whole different notch.
And my husband is super, super supportive. He is not Greek, but
Yeah.
he supports me, and everyone knows him. You know,
That's beautiful picture.
the first gentleman. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The first gentleman.
Yes. So he's super supportive. He'll come what you need. I found some blue stuff for you. You know, the blue people, what you're doing.
That's good.
In everything that we do. So
That's awesome. That is awesome. And how important is it, especially with you being president of an organization that lots of people are pulling on you in different regards, or even needing you and needing your support and your love, your attention? How do you balance being a president of a professional organization like this and then also being a wife and a mom?
I just do it.
That's everybody's answer. That's mine. That's Cassandra.
Yeah,
That's
I
yours.
just do it. So I try to be, life is not going to be, you can always try to plan it to the best of your ability, right? But I try my best to be as organized and as structured as I can, and implement balance and self-care. We talk about that a lot in our organization as well. We have Zetas Have Heart, and they really talk about that a lot. And our past president was a therapist. She would get on me all the time, sit down. My sorors will tell me all the time, hey, what's going on? Sit down. I know you're doing something. My family as well, my sister as well. And so I just try to make sure that I put that time in there. I look at our schedule and I say, okay, if there's an open Friday, I tell my husband, I want to do date night. I want to go somewhere. I want to do something. You know, when the pandemic, we would take dates to Harris Teeter because that's the only place that we had to go. So I had to get dressed and get ready for this good Harris Teeter trip.
You better believe it. Shoot,
that we about to have.
My daughter said, well, Mom, when I go to college, and she's 13 right now, but she says, when I go to college, guess what? I am hoping that there's a Harris Teeter around because I'll get all of the food that I need. I get my sushi. I can get some of the nice fresh things right there in the deli section. I was like, this girl, she gonna do her whole shopping experience. It's a whole event to go in there and get
it is
stuff.
It is. So
the date nights at Harris Teeter for y'all, huh?
Yes. We've moved on up since the world has opened up, but I definitely try to also incorporate where I can the two, right? So if there's an opportunity for my bonus daughter to come to something, she has come to stuff. She has helped me with technology, putting stuff together when I have to do stuff. And he comes and support me, as well, if the event, is something that he can support in. So
very good. So it sounds like good synergy and connectiveness and everything. And this is really good. And these are good tips for everyone that's watching on how we can just better balance different aspects of our lives, especially when you're in a very professional capacity as Tatiana is. Let's see. Great job, Madam President. Yes, we did. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful day. That's what they're talking about, your wedding. Yes. Awesome job, Soror. Kendra says, great job, Madam President. Oh, hey, is this recorded that it can be shared? Guess what, Wanda? Right on my YouTube channel, on the Kim Jacobs Show, on our entire YouTube channel, we have, let me put the link up for you so you'll know where to go. And it will be able to be shared everywhere, and you'll be able to have a professional link versus just having to forward stuff from one of the sites. Let's see. There we go. So if you go right to the Kim Jacobs Show on YouTube, and you'll be able to share that link with all of your sorority sisters worldwide. and let them know that Madam President Tatiana Neely McFadden is right here on the Kim Jacobs Show today and did a marvelous job, might I add. Okay. All right. Okay. So also today's episode is sponsored by Lamb Funeral Home. So I want to take a moment to acknowledge them and thank them for being one of today's episode sponsors. Let's go and learn more about them now. Now, Lamb Funeral Home, they're located in the Concord, North Carolina area, but guess what? They service all 50 states. So they say that they are serving our family, serving yours. A funeral home with a truly caring atmosphere. And their phone number is 704-782-3011. They have over 28 years of experience in the funeral home business, and the president and owner is actually a veteran. So if you know of any people that have an interest in learning more from what the veteran benefits are, adult children that are dependents of a veteran or a spouse of a veteran, you definitely want to reach out to Lamb Funeral Home, 704-782-3011. And they'll talk to you about what to expect, your immediate needs, as well as funeral pre-planning. So make sure you let them know that the Kim Jacobs Show sent you their way. All right, so we're back and we're talking with Tatiana Neely McFadden. Tatiana, is there anything that you want to share with people that we didn't get to talk about today that is just some tips that you think would help them on their journey?
Sure. So support your D9 organizations. We work very, very hard to service our communities.
Tell people what D9 is, because not everybody knows what you're talking about.
Oh, got it. So that is the National Panhellenic Council, all the sororities and fraternities, right? Including myself and our lovely host here. So we bust our butts. I am not the only one. I am amongst numerous presidents in the area. There's actually an NPHC Charlotte where all of us, get together, all of the presidents, et cetera, and the various chapters and organizations to do the work in the community here in Charlotte. And my particular organization, Charlotte's Finest Zetas, we have numerous signature events. Be on the lookout. Please go to our website. I just posted it. It's actually signmusezeta.org. Social media.
Signmusezeta.org. We're going to put that up right now.
Thank you. Our social media handles are at Charlotte's Finest Zetas. We have numerous.
Cassandra, put that up for me, and once it's put up, I'll grab it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking to Cassandra backstage. I know you're
like, hey, Cassandra. We have some great events that are going to be coming up. If the world is open, hopefully the world will be open, but we still have them in a virtual capacity. Right. Some of our signature events are for the March of Dimes. We have Zumba for Babies, where we raise money for March of Dimes prematurity awareness, where you can come, you can get your workout on, have fun, raise money for that particular cause. We have a scholarship event where we raise money for these beautiful young women and future scholars. So our scholarship usually comes up around, say, March or April. So be on the lookout for that. We have a spring women's event that's kind of like a tea, so to speak. You empower. We have hot topics. We get dressed up. I might have to invite you to that.
Oh, you just tell me where I need to be, okay? Because I don't mind going somewhere that I can dress up nice and be out there having a good time, watching all of the beautiful smiling faces. And I love, and I can feel the love right here virtually, just through the cameras here. I love. So this is awesome. I'm there. Just tell me what date.
Yep. So
Zetas of Charlotte. Zetasofcharlotte.org.
No, that's not our website.
Oh, okay.
Signmusezeta, signmusezeta.org.
Let's go put that back up, and it's going to be right here. I got it. Okay, signmusezeta.org. Signmusezeta.org is where you can find out all of the information that Tatiana just shared, with some of the upcoming events and things that are happening. Right on that site, you'll be able to garner all of that information. and you'll be able to be at all of these upcoming events, the Zumba, the tea, you name it. It's going to be some great things popping off in the very near future. So I'm excited about it.
And let me acknowledge you. I appreciate your platform here and giving us an opportunity to be able to get the word out for the great things that we do, because some of these things go unnoticed. So I just appreciate what you're doing. I wish you success in everything that you do. If we can ever be of support, just let us know. We'd love to partner with you. So just, again, keep us posted. I appreciate the opportunity to bond with you, to share with you this morning and get to meet you. And since you're from the 757, that just excited me.
I didn't want to go all the way, since you being in your studious professional mode. And
yeah.
I didn't want to go 757, y'all. I didn't want to do that on the show. I was like, I have the whole president, Madam President here. Do not go all the way there. But Ray and all the boys in front of 7-Eleven. It's a big deal. 757, right?
It is. It's I'm originally from Baltimore, but I also had a stint there, and still keep in contact with everyone in the 757 area. They're awesome. My sister's still there.
Oh, I love Virginia. My mom lives right down the street from Christopher Newport University.
Oh, wow.
Yes, not even like maybe 5 minutes or so.
Okay.
Yeah, so we definitely have a lot in common, and I'm looking forward to further getting to know you. And I'm so glad that you've graced us with your presence today here on the Kim Jacobs Show. And again, I do want to pop that contact information up for you to be able to know exactly where to go. I did put the other information too, but this is SciMuZeta.org. SciMuZeta.org is where you'll go to learn more. And I see you, Carmelita. You said, I love my Zeta family. Definitely my chapter, Psi Mu Zeta. Excellent, excellent. And did I miss anybody else's comments? Great job, Madam President. Way to lead. Thank you so much for your leadership, is what Wanda said. Beautiful, beautiful ladies. And great job, Madam President. Don Neal says, yes, we did. It was beautiful. Okay, it goes back to your comments about the wedding. And I want to pop a couple. Let me make sure. Let's see. Great job, Madam President. Giovanna says, the spring women's event is everything. I can't wait. Please let me know the date. Yeah. She said Absolutely. It's everything. Mm-hmm. Everything. Yes. Let's see who else made a comment. What an awesome leader. Great job. Yes, she has done a marvelous job here on the Kim Jacobs Show today. And we're coming to a close, but I want to make sure that, currently has 9 members in these Greek. Okay. Let me see if there are any other thoughts that we need to cover. I do want to let everybody know that we have the Gabe's Heart Foundation 5K walk, and that's in honor of my son that passed away. We always do a 5K walk. So it's the 6th annual 5K walk that's happening on September 25th, and it's in the Concord, North Carolina area. So if you all are in the Concord area, you can participate, but if not, virtually, you can also participate. And it's at 8:00 a.m. We'll be doing a balloon release in honor of Gabe, as well as Chantel Patterson, one of our volunteers that just recently passed away tragically, and we laid her to rest this weekend. So I want to make sure that you know that's happening. If you haven't registered, go ahead and register at Gabe'sHeartFoundation.org. We're focusing on raising awareness of sudden cardiac death in adolescents, because that's a big deal, y'all, and the things that we can do to prevent that, as well as anti-bullying, 2 initiatives that Gabriel stood strongly behind, okay? Mm-hmm. And the funds, what we do is we go do Doing It Gabe's Way, Random Acts of Kindness. So we do Random Acts of Kindness, which we call Doing It Gabe's Way. All right. Any closing thought? I was going to show the pictures. That's what I wanted to show. These pictures that I done begged you for the whole time and then didn't get to show. So there you are. Tell us what we're looking at here.
Awesome. So one of my goals when I was first was to pick up 100 by 100. We were super excited to celebrate our centennial. This is one of our centennial photos where we had our blue chucks on and we were looking finer. Wow. For our 100th.
Y'all look good. Y'all are beautiful. I love celebrating people, period, but I really love celebrating women. Like, look at y'all. Y'all look good. Tell us this
Awesome. So I was excited here. This was my first retreat as president. They literally took the balloons off the wall and put them on me. So I was like, "Whoa, girl, if I pop," but
you popping, you already
right.
popping.
So that was just an awesome day, just to retreat and bond with the sisterhood and talk about all the great things that we're going to do this sorority year. So that was an awesome day.
Awesome.
And this is service. Service is what we do. We have an ongoing partnership. There is a soror who is on the board at the McCrory YMCA, and we volunteer there monthly with Loaves and Fishes to hand out food to those in need.
Well, please, Gabe's Heart Foundation, we look for opportunities to partner and to come and do different service. We've cleaned the Ronald McDonald House. We've gone to hospitals, nursing homes. We give gas to different people lined up. You name it. And Cassandra, who you met backstage, also helps, very active with Gabe's Heart Foundation. She's one of the core members of the organization. We'd love to come and do something like that. So please let us know when we can.
All right.
For sure. All right, everybody, listen, we have talked a great deal. Wasn't that hour kind of quick though? Didn't it go?
It was. I appreciate that.
I enjoyed you today.
I did too. It was so nice meeting you. You are beautiful, Cassandra. Nice meeting you as well. I appreciate you getting me together.
Can I pull you in, Cassandra? Because everybody thinks we're talking about this ghost person, or no? Okay. Yes, Cassandra. This is who we keep talking to backstage. She is 51 years old and she is in law school, mom, pastor's wife. Pastor Selwyn Davis is her husband, and they're starting a new ministry. Lots of great things. She has an adult child that's just recently married. You name it. Lots of stuff happening with Cassandra Davis, and she's just wonderful. So
Very nice to meet you. I really enjoyed the show. Great show today.
Awesome.
Yes.
All right, everybody. So there you have it. Now I know Cassandra's about sick and tired of me pulling her in. She's gonna send a communication out to the rest of the team and say, "Look, somebody else gonna get pulled in on this show other than just."
Yeah.
I'm leading by
Thank
example.
you all so much for tuning in today and helping us bring balance to the world, just one household at a time. We really appreciate it. And I'll look forward to, let me put Tatiana's information up one more time. Make sure you go ahead and just email her, taneely@gmail.com. And we're going to go ahead and close out. I'll see you tomorrow. If you want to learn about how to live your calling, tune in at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. God bless you.
Thank you. Have a good day, ladies.
Bye-bye. Hello, everyone. I'm Kim Jacobs, host of The Kim Jacobs Show, where we're bringing balance to the world, one household at a time. Listen, we go live every weekday, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I bring guests on that talk about their backstories, things that they've had to overcome to become who they are today. Many of them are balancing and juggling life, and they've become experts in different fields. So they're sharing tips with you to make your life just a little bit easier. Many times as a guest in the studio audience, you'll get a chance to walk away with a missing piece of the puzzle that might be missing in your life. Let's go on this journey together, and I look forward to seeing you Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on The Kim Jacobs Show.